Hello friends, this is Cara-Renee with B.Reborn Art and Healing, coming to you with a very quick, I promised, tutorial making an over the page, obviously it's over the page paperclip, but it is a waterfall envelope. So this is the white template. We've got 4 pieces and they stagger like this and they'll go over the page like so. Let me just grab a piece of paper so you can see. So you'd have one side of your waterfall effect here and the other one on that side. So we're going to be doing this today. I am still recovering from my fall, so I'm going to keep this nice and short and hope to inspire you with today's video. So I have some papers picked out. I did pick 2 sets of papers, but I decided once I got ready to sit down and actually do it that I need to keep it short, so we'll be doing just one. This is the prototype, so this is what it looks like. Let me use one of these pieces of paper to show you what it looks like on a page. So it goes like this, and then I put an actual paper clip on the top to hold that in place, and it can be removed, and then all of these pieces can be written on. Okay. Oh, did something stick? Nope. All of these pieces can be written on. Really, really cool. Can be removed. I did sew along here, so we will be doing that together for this project, but that's as simple as it gets. There is a lot of variation one could do with this. I just don't have a lot of energy for it. I am going to do my other one going this way. So that is landscape. This is portrait. And we're going to try that other angle. You just have to make sure when you put your decorative pieces on the front that they're going the right direction. Easy peasy. So let me just move those gray ones out of the way. This is a new a couple new background digital kits, because sometimes when I create ephemera I want to have a neutral background, especially for projects like this, so it works out really well. Now I was cutting my paper the long way because my original prototype actually had 5 pieces. What did I do with the 5th one? Hang on, let me find that. It had a 5th piece, and I think that I could cut this paper going the other way so we could get 5 out of it. What do you think? Let's try that, because I was cutting it this way, I believe. So each of them is going to be 2, each strip is going to be 2 3/4, and I have 2 pages. So let's just mark this. Well, for the base is 3 inches. I'm sorry, this is going to be rough. My apologies, I cannot help it. So I want to go actually this way because our longest one is 8 inches tall. So I don't need to waste all that paper because my paper should be at least 8 inches in height. It is 8 1/4. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this down, both of these down first to 8 inches, and then we'll continue, and I'll probably backtrack so I can explain that better. Obviously when I'm working on white paper, I'm not paying much attention to the direction of the paper, but I was like doing the prototype and I'm like, why don't I have enough for 5 layers? That's why. Okay, so this first one I'm gonna go ahead and use the small cutter for the little bits of trimming that we need to do. So I'm going to go ahead and I changed my blade, so I'm hoping I'll get some more accurate cutting here. So the base is going to be 3 inches. So I don't want the base to be the primary color, so because it's going to be all hidden. So we're going to use this side and we're going to just cut this down to 3 inches. Okay. And then the subsequent pieces are going to be 2 3/4. So 2 3/4. 1. Oh, you know what? I think it was the other way. Doggone it. It was the other way. We'll turn the other one and see if we can get more out of it. I was right. This is the way I was doing it before. Maybe I needed to do it the lengthwise. So that's okay because it's the same paper. So let's go ahead and do it this way so we can see if we can get more out of it. I'm not sure if we can, but I'm going to give it a try. Okay. So another 2 3/4. We want 4 accordion pieces in the base, so we need 5 altogether. So that is That's 4, 5, right? Yes, easy as can be. There we go. Okay, we got a little bit extra. Okay, so then the next thing that we're going to do, let's go back to our prototype, or I mean our template. So I'm going to open these up so we can see the measurements together. So I'm going from bottom to top. So the base is 3 inches by 8, which we just did. The next one is going to be 2 3/4 by 7.5. So we want to cut this one down to 7.5. And when you're doing this, you want to be thinking about what's going to be showing. So I want a lot of that pink in this case. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this one to 7.5. Okay, so there's our 7.5. Where's our base? I already lose it. Oh no. No, this is our base. Okay, so that's that. Okay. And then our next one is going to be 7 1/4. And I'm kind of looking at these, and when I cut these down, I want to make sure that I can get the get different tones and stuff in it. So we want 7 1/4. So 7 1/4. Okay. So that's that one. I know I'm being very elementary, but still not doing very well. So then let's do this one, 7 inches. Sorry for that clanging. Probably make another one off camera because I need one for my reference journal and two for the journal. So that's that one, and then the last one is the one I didn't catch in my actual prototype. So we want 6 3/4 on this one. This is so easy, you guys. I mean, you could make them teeny tiny, you could make them very large, you could make them, you know, half of a journal page size. There's like literally no limits to what you can do. So now we're going to go ahead and take this one and we're going to fold it in half. Try to get it lined up if you can. Okay, so that's our base. And so I can tell which is the order because this is the tallest one. So on this one, I'm going to fold it in half because we already cut it to fit, right? So we don't have to fuss with that kind of thing. So we're going to just fold that one as well. And that one is going to go right here. And I'm sorry for my fan. I can't turn it off in here today. So, and then the next smallest is this one. So I want to switch back to that gray, a little bit more neutral there, just to create a little bit of beautiful layering visually. So that one goes there. We'll line those all up in a sec. And then the next one is this one. So we'll go back to the pink. Actually, I kind of like this one. So maybe we'll do that. We'll look at them on both sides and see what we like best. I mean, it's not going to matter. One's going to be on one side and one's going to be on the other side. Doesn't matter. So there we go. There's that one. And the last one. Okay. I really like the rounded look, so I think I am going to round it. And I'm just debating on what I want here. I think I want this one with a little bit more pink. That's not lined up. You can try that again. See if I can straighten that edge out. Again, as I say, perfection is not at play. It doesn't matter. Okay, there we go. Actually, I want something more pink up here, so I think I do want to switch this one, and then we'll look at the other side as well and see what we like. What do we like? So that's that. Yeah, I'm happy with that. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to round all of the edges, and I'm going to ink everything up, and I'll be right back. I'm going to use my corner rounder. I think I'm just going to go 4 millimeter so we don't have too much of a notch there. Okay, so just about done with the inking. I can ink the insides of them later after it's put together. But I did want to say that I started, my white template is made with, I think, a 40-pound paper. I wouldn't recommend that. It's too heavy, in my opinion. And you know how I feel about lightweight paper. It's not my favorite. So I am using, I believe this is a 32-pound, and it's going to be fine for the purpose. So we're going to go ahead and set that up there, and let's go ahead and we're going to do this first because we need to get them lined up again, and then we're going to sew them. So I'm going to go ahead and just, well, I'm going to line these up first. I found this easier, and then line them up onto the base because they stack exactly the same. You could also do this in a scrappy way. You could, let's go that way. I want to visually see this. Oh, doesn't really matter. It is what it is on each side, right? But you could do this with scraps. You could do this with, again, there's so many variations of what one could do. So I encourage you to explore it if you end up giving this a try. Okay, so I'm just gonna get those down and flat. Again, I don't worry about perfection, but look at that. Those are pretty darn straight and even. So now we're gonna open them up, hopefully not move them too much. And I do have to ink this inside though, because I need to see it in the machine. So I'm just gonna put a little bit of ink there, and then I'm going to, wrong place. It needs to go on the inside of this. Oh, goodness gracious. Goodness gracious. Okay. It's probably going to be all off again now because I moved it. It's okay. We'll figure it out. So now we're clear over into the side. So I'm just going to scooch that. There we go. Again, I'm not measuring, I'm not being persnickety about it. And I'm just going to put my finger in here and pinch that, okay? Because that's where I'm going to sew. So I'm going to turn to my machine, and I'm just going to do a straight stitch across that inked line. Okay, I got a little off because I'm a little off at the moment, but that's not a big deal. Okay. Oh, we got lots of paper tearing there. That's okay. I'm just going to do that. That kind of is cool because it gives that really rough, like I meant to do that look. Oh, well, that's okay. Didn't like that stitching. Okay. So that's all you do. And then now it's very functional because everything is just loose. It's like a little booklet that's over your page. So I've got a couple pieces of ephemera that we're going to cover this with. So I was hoping to be able to cut her down to fit. So she's going this way, or standing tall rather, and then this one. So I'm going to go ahead, I want to turn this over. Let's see how this is going to go. So if this is on this side of the page, it goes over and it's this way. So I think I'd like this one on this one since that's stitching, and we've got some brown in here. So I'm just going to put this up here, and I'm going to make some marks for where I can trim this down. Just going to make a mark there, just roughly. Okay, and there. And then let me just move it up, just kind of do the cheat method as I say. So I can get my side measurement. I'm going to go about there. I'm going to turn to my trimmer and trim that down. Okay, so that's the first one. This other one's going to be smaller, but I'm going to try to just use this as a guide. So I'm going to kind of just put her in position here. And I'm just going to cut around her in rough fashion and call it good. I just wrecked my picture. I wrecked the one I didn't want to wreck. Okay, that's okay. We'll fix it. Not a big deal. I can still see this cute little cabin. And I want to make sure that we don't lose too much of her. That was not what I planned, you guys. Yikesies. But it is going to work. So I'm going to go ahead and round these with the same size corner rounder here, the 4mm. I'm still not able to sit for very long. I'm healing, but it's slow. I find that I have to change positions a lot and get up and move around a lot. Okay, I love this image here as it's been cut down. It's very cute. I love the pink accents. Really, really pretty. Okay, so we wanted this one on here, right? Yes. So I thought it would be fun to do the same thing I did on the prototype, which was, I only did it on one side, but I thought putting that band there really, I think it adds a little bit of dimension to the project. So let's see what we've got here that we could use. That wouldn't be, I guess we've got this we could use. What do you think? Or maybe we should just put some lace. Let's just put some lace on there. Let me see if I've got something in the project basket that would work. I'm thinking we could tie in the gray since we're using a ton of gray in this project, and this does have gray. Let's do that. Let's use this gray and just put that across, and then put our, or even kind of at the bottom, and have the image sit on top of it. Or like that. What do you think? It's too tall. What would it look like in the middle? It's just as pretty in the middle. Let's just do that. I'm just gonna estimate what the middle is. So we're looking for perfection. I can trim this off in a moment. Just going to get it on there for now. Okay. And then let's go ahead and put our house. Oh, that's so pretty. So pretty. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh, I love it. Okay, so let's open that up and just trim that a little bit off. And we'll just cut a length of that off. And then do the same on this side. That's really pretty. I like that. Okay, let's do the same over here. I am going to try to get it like at the same place on the other side. Sorry that you guys can't see that. I just made 2 marks there. And make sure you keep this going the right direction so that they're not upside down. Alrighty. Now putting lace on it like this is going to make this first piece harder to write on, but I feel like it's worth it. It's just worth the sacrifice of the piece to have that ability to see that lace. So it's kind of risky to cut this while it's wet, but you know. I'm clearly the wild child in a 59-year-old body who thinks it's 16 and can still run like a young kid, which I can't. I'm gonna change everything. Okay, there we go. Let's just take a look at it though. I mean, you could still write on it. You can still write on it. I can't even feel that lace through there. That's really interesting. Totally writable. Writable. All right, let's glue this one on, and we're going to put 2 words on, one on each side, or quote, and then we'll be done. Shortest video for Cara-Renee in a very long time. And then same here, you can put a paper clip. I would try to avoid the lace when you do that. Like, let's just say we wanted to pick a rusty paper clip. Let me see if I can grab one out of here. Right here. Put your rusty paper clip on here at, you know, the top of each of them, and you'll be good. Okay, so I've got my little, I don't have much that's winter because I didn't dig through the actual winter quotes. This is just a bunch of mix of winter and Christmas. So snowflakes would work. Winter's Veil, Merry Memories. I like both of those. Those are different sizes though. Frosty Fables, Sparkling. Yeah, I like Sparkling, and Winter's Veil. Let's see if I can straighten up my bad cut. That's a bad cut. Oh my goodness. Polar Magic. Let's try that. Let's try Polar Magic. And what did we say? Sparkling? Sometimes I like to try to make things like this as small as I can too, just to see how small can you go, kind of like how low can you go. But I don't have it in me currently. But this template will be in my drawer, and then my sample will be in my reference journal. So okay. Oh, I like this one on this Polar Magic. Oh, so pretty. So let's get our fantastical lace that I showed you in another video. This is from Italy, and I'm loving every bit of it. It can be hard to tear, but it's worth it. Well, that's not what I wanted to do. But even in this form, it's really beautiful. Let me show you. Because you can still kind of pull at it and get it to do some interesting things. Kind of distort it a little bit and make sure you don't have like straight corners, and you know, who likes straight things? I like things to be irregular. Oh, very pretty. Yes, let's do that. Polar Magic. So I'm going to glue that down first. Sorry if the camera's too far away. I didn't adjust it, but it feels far away, but my brain's not really working very well yet, so I'd have a minor concussion. So could have been worse, right? It always could have been worse. Oh, let's try this one. I like to use these threads for things too, so I don't throw those away. This bit is really great for like toppers. Actually, it would be really pretty on the paper clip. We might try that. We might try that on the paper clip. Let's see what we can make happen. But see how it tears? I mean, I've been hunting high and low for lace like this, and I couldn't find it. It was worth the wait. Oh, that's pretty. I'll show you how low profile it is too when we get done here. It's not very thick. So, and I do, as I mention often, I do allow for that bulk in my journals. Pardon the phone, just a moment. Sorry about that. Phone never rings here, except when I turn the camera on. That is so beautiful, but look at the profile on this. Not thick at all. Like, that's really low profile, and that is beautiful. So let's do the last thing. Let's see if we can use some of this stringy bit to put through our paper clip. Okay, I'm going to pick a good amount because there's not a lot that this can be used for because it's so scraggly. So I think I'll try it up here. See if I can manage this. I'm just going to tie it kind of in a knot here and get my fingers to work. It's a different look for me than I'm used to, than I tend to go for with my seam binding, but I think it's nice. I think it's a good change. So let's go ahead and put that on there. And I love what the rust does on this paper clip. See, it's already left some rust on the paper here, which I love. So isn't that gorgeous? So super happy with that. So that is it for today. Very, very short video for you all. I will see you in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.